ora tātou. My name is Benjamin. I'm Mel's husband, and I'm Nalu's father. Thank you so much for holding space for our story today. After hearing Mel's kōrero, I wanted to share a few things that have stayed with me. Truths that revealed themselves when the world stopped. When I was told that my son, Nalu, who was 36 weeks in the womb, had no heartbeat. They said, "I'm sorry for your loss." But I've never liked that phrase, because I didn't lose him. I know exactly where he is. He is with me. He's in me. He's around me. Every time I go into nature, every time I feel the ocean, every time I hear his name or place my hand on Mel's back, I feel him. He's not lost. He was born still, but not silent. His presence, even in death, has spoken volumes to me. And maybe that's part of the journey that isn't often talked about. The clarity that can come from what others call loss. Time doesn't heal, but truth can. People often say time heals all wounds, but I don't believe that. Time alone doesn't heal. What heals is what I do with time, how I spend the time, how I invest the time, how I meet the pain, how I face the truth, and how I stay connected to myself and to the son that I love. For me, healing meant choosing to move the trauma, not away from it, not to get over it, but to alchemize it, to walk with it, to feel it, to speak it, and eventually give it a new shape, to move from grief into gratitude. Not instead of grief, but alongside it. And that journey led me to 4 anchors, 4 qualities that continue to guide me through my grief, through my healing, and into deeper fatherhood. Acceptance. Acceptance doesn't mean I'm okay with what happened. It doesn't mean I approve of the pain or would ever wish this upon anyone. But it means I no longer deny it. I let the truth in, raw, sacred, and unfiltered. As Dr. Gabor Mate says, only when compassion is present will people allow themselves to see the truths. When I stopped resisting the grief, when I stopped pretending I was okay, something softened. That was the beginning of my healing. Agency. Agency reminded me I may not have chosen this, but I can choose how I meet it. Grief made me feel powerless, but I am not powerless. I can choose to show up for Mel. I can choose to honour Nalu in how I live. I can choose to keep my heart open. As an adult, I'm not responsible for everything that happened for me, but I am responsible for my healing. That is sovereignty. That is inner leadership. Anger. There were moments I felt rage, not just sadness, anger at life, at the system, at how unfair it all was. But I've learned that anger isn't the enemy. It's energy. It's a fire that says something's not right. And when I give it healthy space, it didn't destroy me. It protected me. Anger is the energy of no when a boundary has been crossed. It helped me say no to pretending, no to suppression, no to bypassing the truth. It became a tool, not a threat. Authenticity. Most of all, I've learned to be real. To stop performing, stop pleasing, stop trying to be strong for everyone else. Authenticity means showing up with the whole truth. Tears, fears, doubts and all. Because what's the point of surviving something if I can't be honest in how it changed me, how it evolved me? There's no greater loss than the loss of the self. And I'm not willing to lose myself to pain. I want to bring all of me into this life, into this healing, into this fatherhood. 2 hours at a time. My first medicine. The night I found out Nalu had passed, I couldn't sleep. I didn't sleep. The wind howled, the rain whipped the windows, and my soul felt like it was tearing open. I started thinking about everything we, Mal, had to do. Supporting her through labour. Telling friends in whānau. Planning a tangi for my son. Hold my own heartbreak while helping others process theirs. It was too much. It was too big, too impossible. And then something came through. Call it spirit, call it intuition. Maybe it was Nalu. It whispered, 2 hours at a time. That was the rhythm. That was the medicine. Because I could do 2 hours. Just 2. Pack a bag. Get driven to the hospital, hold Mel's hand, breathe, cry, rest. Then do the next 2 hours. That wisdom carried me through, and it still does. When life feels like it's too much, I come back to that. What can I bring love into in the next 2 hours? Tears as medicine, and the hero's return. On this chapter and this quest with Nalu, I have learned and remembered many things. But one of the most profound came from a very special wahine born of these lands. She goes by the name of Veda Austin. She told me something I'll never forget. Our tears are medicine. She reminded me that the shape of my face is no accident, and that my tear ducts are placed above the nose so that when grief rises and my heart overflows, my tears roll down my cheeks and gather at the corners of my mouth. That's not coincidence. That's design. That's ceremony. She told me, don't do what they told you. Don't wipe them away. Instead, she said, drink them, taste them, receive the alchemy your soul has just created for you. They aren't just water and salt, they're sacred liquid, emotional and energetic release. They carry memory, pain, love, transformation. And then a great brother, Hone, shared with me something that deepened this truth even more. He said the only other place in the human body that holds a substance like our tears is around our heart. The same fluid that washes away our pain from the eyes also cushions and protects the heart. What a design. What intelligence. What a sacred invitation. So now I no longer see tears as weakness. I see them as medicine. I let them flow. I let them teach. I let them nourish something deeper within me. And in many ways, the journey with Nalu has followed the ancient path of the hero. Not the kind we see in the movies or stories of conquest, but the kind Joseph Campbell spoke of, the timeless arc of human transformation. Separation, initiation, and return. I was called away from what was familiar into a descent through grief, through loss, through the unknown. I met the dragon of despair, the silence of sorrow. I let them strip me of who I thought I was. That was the initiation. And now I return, not because it's all resolved or complete, but because I carry something with me. Not answers, not certainty, but medicine. A deeper capacity to feel. A deeper reverence for life. A deeper commitment to share what I've learned. Because the hero doesn't become the hero by surviving. He becomes the hero by bringing what he found in the darkness back to his people. So this is my offering. Not as a man who has healed, but a man who is mending and who dares to do it with his heart open. I don't have answers for why Nalu isn't here in the physical, and I won't pretend that this journey has been all light and transcendence. It's cracked me open. It's brought me to my knees. But in those cracks, I found him again, and I found me again. I discovered that death doesn't mean absence, and grief doesn't mean failure. I didn't lose Nalu. I found a deeper way to love him. His life, even without breath, changed mine forever. If you're here today carrying your own heartache, whatever form it takes, please know you haven't failed. You're not broken, and you're not alone. And if the path ahead feels too heavy to walk, try just 2 hours at a time. And meet those 2 hours with truth, with fire, and with love. Kia ora.
Iro tu